sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR.
Hello there, welcome to the afternoon news on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Sandra Asante. Top stories. Russia plans to capture Ukrainian's capital after Friday morning explosion. Also, AU expresses extreme concerns over Russia invasion. WFP seeks funding for cyclone hit Madagascar. There's some more stories coming up after the break.
Get it big, get it here. Listen to all your live mixes, live radio programs, and live entertaining and news package programs right here from GTR, Ghana Talks Radio.
You're most welcome back from the break to a first story. The Foreign Affairs Ministry has urged Ghanaian nationals in Ukraine to limit their movement in public places or remain in their homes following what it describes as the deteriorating military situation in Ukraine. In a statement issued on Thursday, February 24th, it said the development directly affects the security and safety of over 1,000 students and Ghanaian nationals. It has also engaged with relevant authorities in Ukraine in an effort to secure the safety and protection of Ghanaian citizens. In an interview, the Foreign Affairs Ministry, the Minister of the Ministry, I'm talking of Shirley Ayoko Botre, said government is doing all within its means to ensure Ghanaians in Ukraine are safe.
There's many concerns, especially for the global economy, especially since Ukraine is an oil-producing country. And as you have noticed, the oil prices have jumped up.
That Ukraine is under siege, and that means that apart from the fact that a lot has been said, a lot of diplomatic moves have been made to stop the aggression. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked. So we're all waiting to see what will happen. We're trying to figure out what to do with nationals who are resident in Ukraine. It's becoming quite difficult to move them. So we need to ensure that they are safe and that they are.
Meanwhile, some Ghanaian students in Ukraine have appealed to the government to immediately consider evacuating them from Ukraine, Russian region after report of tensions and violent clashes. One of the students, Joseph Kobler, told the media that they feel unsafe. He revealed some of his colleagues have been hiding under bunkers and they need help.
When the explosion has reduced for now, but as at now, we are all underground. Both the Africans, the Indians, we are all hiding here because they say we should move to where if there's a bomb explosion, we should seek for a shelter. Information coming up that people who are in apartments, who are students or whoever, they shouldn't be in a story building.
So you want to be evacuated?
Lastly, the policy analyst of Imani Africa, Salon Branti, has also expressed how immensely the Ghanaian nationals will be finding it difficult in Ukraine, considering even the weather.
When the explosion has reduced for now, but as at now, we are all underground. Both the Africans, the Indians, we are all hiding here because they say we should move to where if there's a bomb explosion, we should seek for a shelter. Information coming up that people who are in apartments, who are students or whoever, they shouldn't be in a story building.
So you want to be evacuated?
To our next, our parliament has tasked the government to ensure the immediate evacuation of Ghanaian students currently stranded in Ukraine. Russia has invaded some territories in Ukraine under rebel control. The development led to the shelling of Ukraine. Some Ghanaian students who spoke to the media talk about the government to help them to evacuate. Minority Leader Haruna Idrisu on the floor called on the government to take immediate action to bring back these stranded citizens. MP for Ebuakwa South Samuel Ata who related also said that students stranded and urged the matter might be treated with all urgency it deserves. Notwithstanding, Deputy Majority Leader Alexander Fenyo-Markens, who supported the call for evacuation of the stranded student, reminded the House funds are required for such exercises. Thus, the need for the majority and minority to support the passage of the controversial e-levy. Other MPs also took turns to demand action. Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin has denied reports that he gave Dominic Kwabena MP Adjo Asafo permission to be absent from Parliament due to ill health. Adwoa Safo has come under heavy criticism, especially from her own party, for her absence in Parliament. The MP has allegedly absent herself from Parliament for more than 15 days without permission, which is against the rules, and such infringement can lead to the loss of her seat. Some leading members of government, like Ascent Central MP Kennedy Japan, has accused Ms. Safo of holding the party to ransom. Let's listen to the speaker back then.
And I diffuse some fake news, which is being circulated, that I granted an interview to say that Honorable Adwoa Safo received permission from me to absent herself from Parliament on health grounds. I want it to be known by all that I have not granted any such interview anywhere. I have not said anything like that anywhere. And the votes and proceedings of the House are so loud that she is absent without permission for all those days. That is on the votes and proceedings of the House. It's not the Speaker who determines who is present and who is absent. No. The votes and proceedings will capture those are present, those are absent, and those who are absent with permission. And so please, I receive a lot of calls.
To some business stories, Employment and Labour Relations Minister Ignatius Bafo was expected to meet management of Textiles Ghana Limited, GTP, and Industrial and Commercial Workers Union in Ghana on Friday, today, 25th of February 2022, to help resolve the impasse between them. The emergency meeting has become necessary for an inclusive meeting between the ICU, which represented the workers of GTP on one hand and the management on the other, held on Thursday, 24th of February 2022. The workers of the leading textile firm demonstrated at the premises of the company wearing red bands amid drumming and dancing, threatening to continue a sit-down strike until the current managing director, Doro, who joined the company about 6 months ago, is sacked. That is, strongman workers asked the Parcom Capital debt owners of the textile company to do the needful by sacking her. General Secretary of the Junior Staff of Textiles Ghana Limited, John Akon, told the media that actions of the MD, including tampering with the workers' collective bargaining agreement, are counterproductive and must be kicked out. The aspiration for this agitation is drawn from the current state of textile companies such as the Voto Star Textile Limited and ATL, which were once vibrant institutions. The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, GIPC, Yofi Grant, says the downgrade of Ghana's credit rating by international rating agencies, Moody's, will have an effect on Ghana's foreign direct investment. According to him, the downgrade was only in reference to Ghana's fiscal situation, which relates to the country's ability to pay back loans and not the real economy of the country. Following Moody's downgrade of the Ghanaian fiscal economy, some investors had tried to sell their loans due to the uncertainties about the fiscal situation and outlook. The Vice President, Dr. Bawumia, also stated the increment in oil prices and urged the citizens to provide meaningful contributions that will serve as a great input.
1st December 2021 inaugurated a National Energy Transition Committee to prepare a plan that will guide Ghana's process. As part of its activities, the committee is conducting nationwide stakeholder consultations to solicit inputs from Ghanaians. This forum is the first of such engagements, which will continue to 6 other regional belts in the country. I urge you to provide meaningful contributions that will serve as inputs to the preparation of the plan. In a bid to transition smoothly, Ghana must seek to increase its natural gas-based electricity generation. We shall also harness the use of our gas resources by expanding gas pipelines to key demand centers across the country and increase to LPG for cooking in households. We all have to be aware that this transition is going to take place over the next 30 years. But the cost of that transition even though it's going to be over the next 30 years, the costs are being felt today. There's less and less funding available for oil exploration and exploitation.
GTR News.
And you are seeing this in an increase in oil prices globally today, as this transition is being talked about and is taking place. But we, in many of the developing countries, are facing these very high costs of petroleum prices. And that is resulting in many economic impacts, such as inflation in many countries, as prices of goods increase in response to the increase in petroleum prices.
The news others choose.
On international front, people living in the eastern Ukrainian city of Kotyantynivka are no strangers to war, but Russia's invasion has left them fearing for the future. The city is located in Donetsk region near the front lines in the years-long conflict between the two countries. Part of the region has been in the hands of the Kremlin-backed separatists since 2014, while the rest, including the Kotyantynivka, is controlled by the Ukrainian president, at least for now. People were walking on Thursday by distant threats as Russian shell hit Ukrainian territory. From early in the morning, queues began to form at cash machines and petrol stations as people prepare for the worst.
GTR News. The news others choose.
More than 1,000 Ukrainians fled the Russian assault have arrived by train in the Polish city of Zemsel City. Officials are saying that Poland had waived the requirement to quarantine or present a negative COVID-19 test for people arriving from Ukraine. Many of them stayed overnight in the train station on camp beds as hotels are fully booked. Poland has set up 9 reception points for Ukrainians crossing the border where they can receive food, medical assistance, and information. Meanwhile, the state news agency PAP is reporting that thousands of people are arriving on Friday at the Medka border, crossing in cars from across the country to collect people and relatives who are arriving from Ukraine. Today will be the most difficult day, warned Ukrainian Interior Ministry advisor Anton Harashenko, who says Russia is trying to break through the Kiev with tanks, column descending on the capital from the northeast and northern west. It seized major Kiev airports and air traffic controls to allow 10,000 troops to land, distracting the military with attacks on the border. It sabotaged Kiev's electricity and communications to cause panic. It also provoked exodus of refugees to prevent Ukrainian armed forces moving around. It brings to the pro-Russian leaders and split Ukraine into two parts like East and West Germany. Here's the footage of one explosion over the Ukrainian capital this morning. Ukraine has said that the striking began 4 o'clock local time.
GTR News. The news others choose.
On that, President Putin has emphatically stated the nation that interfere in his attack on part of Ukraine will feel his wrath.
Whoever tries to interfere with us, and even more so to create threats for our country, our people should know that Russia's response will be immediate and will lead you to such consequences that you have never experienced in your history.
Still on the attack, a little earlier, Ukraine's leader Vladimir Zelensky addressed the nation, and he said that 137 Ukrainians have been killed in fighting so far, including civilians. Another 316 people have been wounded. He said Ukrainian's president believes he is currently Russia's #1 target. He said he has no intention of leaving Kiev, where he is in government quarters. In a warning direct to Moscow, Zelensky said Ukraine will not stop defending itself until Russia's attack against it ends, and also the citizens should stay calm. And he is also assuring them that they are working underway to help them.
Each of you should stay calm. Stay at home if you can. We are working. The Army is working. The whole sector of defense and security is working. No panic. We are strong. We are ready for everything. We will win over everybody because we are Ukraine.
Still on international stories, the African Union, the AU, has raised concern over Russia's attack on Ukraine and is calling for an immediate ceasefire to avoid the plenary conflict. The union's chairman, Ghanaians president, I'm talking for Macky Sall, and AU Commission chairman Musa Faki Mohammed said in a statement that they are extremely concerned by the invasion. They call on the Russian Federation and any other regional or international actor to imperatively respect international law, the territorial integrity and national sovereignty of Ukraine. The statement added, the full-scale assault on Ukraine is ongoing on several fronts after Russia launched attack from the east, north and south on Thursday. Ukraine says dozens of people have been killed while thousands have fled the country. We move to Madagascar. The United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, has appealed for funds to assist those affected by the cyclone Emnati in Madagascar. The storm crashed into the southern east part of the island nation on Tuesday night, dumping rain and destroying homes and crops. No casualties have been reported. The WFP says at least 44,000 people have been displaced or affected, and flooding has hampered their assessment. The agency's Madagascar country director Pasqualina Di Serio told the BBC that $16 million, that is 12 million euros, which is appalling, and they are appealing for will ensure adequate food supplies for the next 3 months. A Kenyan girl has been sentenced to 5 years in jail for manslaughter over a school dormitory fire that killed 9 of her colleagues. The 18-year-old committed the offense in 2017 while age 14 in her first year of secondary school at the Moi Girls School in the capital, Nairobi. The court has heard that she has attempted to take her own life twice before she started the fire in her cubicle. The parents and guardians of the girls who died in the fire said the sentence was lenient but were glad justice was served, the local media reported. In entertainment today, Russia will be allowed to participate in this year's Eurovision Song Contest despite launching a military assault on neighboring Ukraine. Organizers called the competition a non-political cultural event and said they were currently planning to host entrants from both Russia and Ukraine at the event this May. Ukraine state broadcaster PBC had called for Russia to be suspended. This is where I end the afternoon news. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching on Facebook. You can log on to our website, www.GhanaTalksRadio, for more news updates. My name is Sandra Asante. Stay tuned for the Spotted Bit.